Not only is it a snitch on Lil Durk murder case, this person who's snitching on Lil Durk is very, very close to them. And when you look in the paperwork, it was something that was said that kind of narrows down who's snitching on Durk. You know, it was a person that said Durk put out hits on people. He wanted people killed. They even put out a number 6 people. Well, when you look at the paperwork, this snitch actually is snitching on Durk on a case that happened in Atlanta with King Von, where it was a shooting at the Varsity restaurant. You know, this person snitching on that case. So that kind of cuts down who all could be snitching because they know the ins and outs on what happened in Atlanta. Hit the like button. Go on this video 1,000 likes. When you look at the paperwork, the snitch, the confidential witness, he's telling the feds about everything, all the hits, all the murders, who paying for them and everything, and pointing at Durk. He also told them about the shooting that happened in Atlanta with King Von, Bezu, and Durk was charged at. You know, they end up dropping that case. King Von ended up being killed. They dropped the case. You know, Durk said he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He had nothing to do with that. They lied on him. It was a shooting. They seen his arm out the window. He said he never did that. He don't know what the fuck nobody talking about. You know, this snitch said that shit happened. This was actually a robbery turned to a shooting that they was trying to rob him. You know, the internet got that right. The internet said that, you know, that guy Alexander was being robbed and it turned into a shooting. Now, in the paperwork, it don't tell you who shot the gun, but it do say that Durk and King Von was involved in that shit, man. And, you know, that guy didn't make up no lies on them. And King Von being killed might have been the reason why Durk beat that case because, you know, that guy snitched on them. Then he ended up recanting his story saying that he didn't do this shit and he ain't had nothing to do with that and they making up lies on him. But when you kind of look in the paperwork, it looked like the guy actually told on them. But the case didn't go nowhere because nobody cooperated. The guy ended up recanting his story. King Von ended up being killed. So, you know, that shit ended up being dropped. A lot of people say Lil Durk put that shooting on King Von because he died. According to the paperwork, that snitch said that shit did happen. It was in Atlanta. King Von them did that shit. And it was a situation where it was only supposed to be a robbery. But I guess the dude didn't want to give his shit up and whatever the fuck. So it ended up turning into a shooting. Look like they're going to use that against Durk. Even though that case was thrown out, look like they're going to try to bring that up to make it look like Durk got a propensity of setting people up, getting people robbed and getting people shot and all kind of shit, you know. Durk, people are going to fight against this because remember, those charges got dropped, you know. So I don't know if they can use that against him. But when you look in the paperwork, the CW, which is the confidential witness, he told the police about that shooting in Atlanta. So all that, man, I don't know who was involved. Durk didn't do that, this, that. That might not be true because this snitch is telling that. Just because the snitch said it don't mean it's real. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this. But when it comes to the Atlanta shooting, who all did Durk know? Who all would Durk say, yeah, I don't want to shot that gun. Yeah, King Von shot that gun. Who would Durk just open up and tell that shit to? Seemed like somebody he knew for a long time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to keep you updated on this. But the snitching on Durk case is getting crazy now. Click that video that just popped on the screen. Touch it and click it. It's going to take you to my other YouTube channel where Lil Zay spoke on THF Bezu murder. Click that video and make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel when you get over there.